What is happening to the drainage system in Nigeria, Lagos to represent? Super flooded environment, causing more traffic.
Ogba of all places. See here.
This is happening live here along Ogba Road, directly in the mobile filling station. Super flooded, causing serious, intense traffic. Cars are unable to move and all that. And then that's not even good for business because that's a mobile filling station right there. Not good. This is not a site to be held, as you can see from the video. And I'm sure you're not enjoying what you can see. A place you're supposed to get to in 2 minutes is going to take you about an hour. What are the causes of this flood? Let me ask you guys, because I feel like me and you should be held responsible. We shouldn't always blame everything to the government because the rain fell, yes, but then it didn't flood everywhere, but it flooded in some areas. Let's discuss the causes of this flood. Like, number one, I would say development of illegal structures. For those of you, you just find one container without the approval of the government, you just put it on top of one gutter. That will block the drainage system from taking out water and all that. And then when it rains profusely like this, it causes the water to stay on the standby, not being able to flow as it should, and it is bad for me and you. Another thing I would like to talk about is the land reclamation, dumping of refuse. Some of you just see it as an excuse to throw your dirt. When it starts to rain like this, that's where you want to throw your bin and refuges to. It's wrong because this thing you're throwing into that water goes somewhere to cause a blockage or cause a blockage. Yes, it's not good. Please do better. And this is me dragging the lawma or the waste, people, because they hardly come around. I've seen people come on the internet to complain that these people hardly come around. Kudos to those that actually do their job, but in areas they don't, please do well to, or endeavor to go to these places to pick up their waste, because when it gets too much, a lot of these people toss it into the water or gutter, then it's blocking the drainage and causing flood. Another thing we want to talk about here is poor fiscal planning, because it's like everybody's just in a hurry to do things. You pay people to, construct gutters and all. They just do it anyhow because they want to get chop change from it. That is really, really bad. That is really, really bad. Please do your work and do it diligently, because if not, you do these gutters anyhow, before you know, they are falling back in, then causing flood. And flood is not a good sight to be seen, trust me, because the effects are very, very crazy. Collapse of dams. Yes, like I just said, when you don't actually take out time to build these structures well. And then prevention is better than cure. When you see situations like this, please do well to call the right source for them to take this matter at hand, because this is not a good sight to be seen. I'm sure you don't want to spend time in traffic, and you probably sit in your car, bus, whatnot, public transport, and you're asking yourself, what is really causing the traffic? This is it. And then, have you noticed that when it rains, there's always this traffic from nowhere? This is one of the causes. These are one of the causes of these traffics. So let's talk about the effects, because I feel like people don't know how much harmful flooding can be. It's a threat to our lives. Believe me, it's a threat to our lives, because when a water has been logged in one area for too long, it tends to bring insects, bugs, and all that, mosquitoes for that matter. And when you hear mosquitoes, what's the next thing that comes to your mind? Malaria, typhoid, and all type of diseases and sicknesses and infections. Yes, because when you put your leg in this water, you don't know what the water entails, and you might be allergic to some things in the water, and then it causes infection for you. Or everything is just wrong with flooding. Trust me, every single thing is wrong with flooding. So do well to take the right steps to avoid flooding. Your shop is not supposed to be here. Don't build it there. Don't. It will cause a drainage. For those of you that toss your dustbin into the water, now is not the time. There is never a time for you to do that. Let's tend to take the right procedures, and things will work out fine. Because another thing you tend to forget, it's not good for your properties. When there is a flood around your house, it tends to weaken your walls or your houses, making it want to sink. Go and check, do your research. It's not good for your properties. It undates your properties and businesses too. Because now, see the filling station, the mobile filling station, a lot of cars will not be able to, access that mobile filling station because of the flood. And now the workers are there raising their trousers up, holding their shoes on their hand. How can they operate better with that type of flood? So we need to do better. We need to do really better when it comes to that. And flood, another thing is it destroys belongings and properties, because now when this water finally has access, it washes away your items. I'm sure people have seen the effect of this flood taking people's cars. For example, see the one that happened in Dubai, washing away people's cars. I feel like they didn't take the proper precaution before this happened. Now they lost of lives too, because a lot of people tend to lose their lives. If you can't swim, it's a problem. And how long can you swim for? These things are things we need to look into when building properties. We need to take the proper planning, the proper procedures, not just and we know what is right. Let's do what is right, because tossing your dirt into the gutter or into water when it's raining is wrong. Damage of infrastructural or vital structures, yes, like I just mentioned earlier, it destroys a lot, and then it prevents access to essential places such as the mall, because if there's a flood, you can't access the mall. Clearly on the video you see the mobile filling station, cars can't access it because of the flood. And sometimes you just enter the flood, not knowing there is a gutter, and then boom, you're inside the gutter. So that again is something. So, and for vehicle users, this is for you. It has been discovered that when flood water enters the car engine through the air intake or other openings, it can cause serious damage to critical components such as pistons, bearing, and cylinders. This can result to reduced engine performance or even complete engine failure. That's why you see a lot of cars on the road, they just park up, because you as a motorist, if there's anything you should do when you see flood, is to find a way to go back or find a way around it, because this water would damage your car. You see a lot of cars not moving while on during the flood. You see a lot of cars breaking down during the flood. That's to show that it has very, very vital effect on floodings. So another thing on the road, another effect on the road is the improper drainage system causes the failure of road pavements due to many reasons, such as increase of moisture content, decrease in strength, mud pumping, formation of waves, and corrugation stripping the bottom, cutting the edges of the pavement, and frost action. So now you notice some pavements when you're driving on the road, some are damaged, some are destroyed. Some of the causes of these damages is the flooding. So we should do well. I will urge the government personnel or whoever is in charge of these drainage systems to do well to ensure that all drainages are well functioning, because once we have good drainage systems, then we don't have floodings. And for those, there should be a sector that is against people building shops on drainage systems. There should be a sanction for those who pour in dirt into the gutter when it's raining. And then I think we'll have a better environment. Well, I remain your host, The Ugly, also known as Dennis Oyema. I will bring you more stories like this when I find, and more educating topics like this, of course. So do well to like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't. Bye for now.
No, I'm talking about
we're talking about the man.
Live happening live at mobile filling station. It rained and then the filling station is flooded. Is this safe? Is this safe? Please look in.